guys, and welcome to another video. In this floristry tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a 3-foot bespoke coffin spray for a funeral. So what I've done is I bought all my flowers from my local wholesalers, and the flowers and foliages that we're going to be using for this are 10 stems of eucalyptus, 2 bags of leather leaf, 25 stems of Philosophy, 20 stems of white roses, 10 stems of pale delphinium, 10 stems of white snapdragon, and then we have got 5 stems of blue hydrangea. Now, this spray I charge £180 for. So we are not going to be using every single stem that I have bought today. We need to calculate how many stems we can put into our arrangement to make us a profit. And remember, each stem, what I personally do, I figure out how much a stem is. So for this, for example, these are actually quite a good price today. These ones are 65p, but that's without the VAT. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my 20% on. So add that 65p, put the 20% on, and that's how much that stem cost me. Then I will times it by 3. So I've just calculated that all of these with the VAT on, every single stem with the VAT that is here, cost me personally £130 and 58 pence. Now the arrangement is 180, so that is going to be a no-no because we need our 3 times markup. So what I'm going to do is take my £180, divide it by 3, and that price, I can then get the flowers to match that price. So in this, I've also included the tray and the oasis as well. So let's calculate that, and I'll show you the exact stems that we can use in the £180 tribute. So I've worked out how much I can put in to make a profit with the 3 times markup. So I've got 4 stems of eucalyptus, a packet and a half of leather leaf, 5 stems of Philosophy, 10 stems of the white roses, 4 stems of the pale blue delphinium, 4 stems of the white snapdragon, and just 2 of the pale hydrangeas, pale blue hydrangeas. Now that is considerably less than what we saw, so this will make us a profit and this will keep us sustainable. Because we have to buy our flowers in particular stem counts, so we have to buy the 10 roses, we have to buy 10 stems of delphinium in stock. This is going to be a problem if you're beginning and don't have extra orders. So I'm lucky enough to have other orders which those flowers are going to be allocated to. If you don't, then you can just sort of make bunches out of what you've got left over and sell them online. And that's the best way to do it. Either do it reduced or like at the price that you'd normally do it and try and sell them then. There is always ways, so do not worry, okay? It will all get better and your business will grow and you don't have to worry about those things. Trust me, I have been there. So I'm going to put these flowers away for now. I'm going to get my tray, my oasis and my floral tape and soak the oasis, and then we'll start the flowering process. I've got my waterproof floristry tape, or other florists might call it pop tape. It's exactly the same thing. It's this. Sorry, the stuff stuck onto mine, but who gives a damn? So I'm using a single tray and a single block of Oasis. And we just need to secure the Oasis in with one of these. So I basically just put my tape around the Oasis in the tray and just wrap around a few times, so then it's nicely secure and it's not gonna fall out. Okay, then you just tie it off, and then we will start with our leather leaf. Right, so here's our packet and a half of leather leaf, and I've put you up there because I've had lots of requests about doing a bird's eye view so you can see this more clearly. So let's do it. I'm sorry you won't be able to see my face, so please don't miss me too much. I'm gonna get a tape measure and then find out 36 inches, which is 3 foot. And then I'm just going to pop it there because this will be really helpful for you guys as well, so you can see exactly how long the leather leaf has to go. So I'm just going to move that a bit up there. So that's the right size for that end. And then this is the size for that end, okay? So that is exactly 3 foot. Now, width way is approximately 2 foot. So you can sort of put your measuring tape on there if you need to. Put it in the middle so it will be 12 inches. So I'm just going to pop one leather leaf there, get another piece of leather leaf, put this back on, so that mark there is 12, and then just pop that through the Oasis. Yep, and that's perfect. So we've got 3 foot, and then the width is 2 foot because we need to make a diamond shape. So let's put the tape measure away now because we don't need it. Then what I'm going to do is put one in the gap here. If you just think of an imaginary diamond shape, that is where the leather leaf needs to go. Please do put it straight down so it's not up like that, because that's just going to look a bit weird. So if you make sure that you're putting it into the foam securely and sort of facing downwards, that way all the mechanics aren't going to show. And then basically what we need to do then, this is the easy bit, we just have to layer it. So we've got our perfect shape now, we just have to put another layer on top, like so, all the way around. So exactly the same. So this will just make it look fuller, there's not going to be any gaps. And then another one this side as well. And then we're going to do that until we get to the centre. So I'm going to keep showing you, I won't put you on the time lapse, so because this video is going to be a thorough tutorial. So any sort of gaps that you can see, and it's in the diamond shape, that is brilliant if we just cover those with the leather leaf. And also you can pause, rewind this video if you didn't quite catch something, or if I'm going a bit too quick. And then when we get to the top, so the surface of our Oasis, we're going to go a bit shorter with the stems. So I've got only a couple of stems of these left now, but we do have the eucalyptus and the thalaspi. So I'm just going to cover this part as much as I can with the leather leaf that we've got, because that's a good way of sort of calculating what exact flowers and foliage that you need, so you don't end up putting too much in and not making a sustainable profit. Okay, fab. Now we're going to add the Thalaspi and the eucalyptus, and that will cover all of the gaps. Okay, I've repositioned the camera so you can see it more clearly. So with our eucalyptus, I'm just going to take the bottom stems off and then cut it down to size. And then we're going to put these into the spray in the shape of the diamond. So we're just going to take smaller units of the eucalyptus and then just put them in as we did the leather leaf. So in that diamond shape. Make sure when you are putting them in, because I've had people that have worked for me that do that and then just shove it in. But look at that hole that's made. You have to take the units off and then put it in nicely. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way around. And then just any gaps that we can see, we need to fill those, and so on and so forth. So, did anybody get on with Mother's Day this year? Ours was quite hectic, to be honest. No sleep at all, because I'm the only person that actually makes the flowers. Like, I have my sisters and two sisters, and their boyfriends were helping do the deliveries, taking orders and things like that. But when you're just doing it on your own, it is like, what the hell am I doing here? How was all yours? I don't even know how many orders we had, to be fair. I normally do like a set amount before I know that I'm going to die. But I think we exceeded that this year. But I did actually manage to get some photos, because I always I need to get photos, because it is so cool when all the bouquets are out there and it looks so busy and beautiful, that if I don't get any photos, I'm not gutted after. So I made sure that I was up and ready to take the pictures, and I did get a few, which was good, because they were really nice. And oh my gosh, like, everybody was happy as well. Normally there's a few people that moan, but yeah, this year was absolutely fine. It was all good in the hood. So as you can see, I've just filled the spray with eucalyptus. I hope I haven't moved the spray too much. Then we're going to use our Thalaspi. Now these have a few sort of units on each stem, so I want to evenly put the Thalaspi throughout, so I'm going to do them in like single units or smaller bunched units, just all the way throughout, like so. And then if you're sort of thinking like, where do I get all these products from, and how can I sort of go to my wholesalers and be like, I'm setting up a business? And I've heard stories lately from some of my subscribers that the flower wholesalers won't let them sort of sign up for an account, sorry. And they want insurance documents, they want to see that you're selling things, like they want to see whether you've got your own platform, and I'm just thinking, well, how can you have a social media without having the products? Like, how can you showcase your products when the people that you need to get the products from won't give you the products unless you've got the products? It makes no sense. But yeah, so I just said, whenever I've signed up to an account or in a wholesaler's, it's been absolutely fine. I just have to show that I am a business and that's it. I mean, I'm trying to think back to when I first started, when I first set up an account with Flower Vision. Gosh, this was about 7 or 8 years ago now. And I said I'm a new business, I'm starting up, and yeah, and then I just basically had an account and away I went. But these days it's a lot harder, because I do think there's a lot more florists about, like home based, because it's a lot easier to run your flower business from home. I mean, I'm at home. Well, my studio is connected to my house, so yeah, I just think there's a lot of florists about. And then one person said, yeah, but it needs insurance documents. I was like, I don't know, I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, come on, we're trying to make a living for ourselves. But if you do, you got more of a chance of getting into any wholesalers really easily if you sign up to be a limited company, which doesn't cost anything. You can just sign up to be a limited company and then the wholesalers will trust you. So that's probably the easiest way to get around that. So anyway, I'll carry on with the conversation when I've got my flowers, but this is it all foliaged up now. Okay, so I've got my flowers and I've got my foliages, and I didn't explain earlier that my bespoke sprays are bespoke because it has lots of different foliage in there and you can choose any other flower. The next video I'm doing a traditional, which is completely different, so you can watch that one after. So I'm going to start off with my biggest flower, which is the hydrangea. I'm going to cut that down until there. I'm out of breath and I don't even know why. Right, and then just make sure the stem is neatly in there. So what I do, if I'm using 2 hydrangeas, like bigger heads, I'll put one that side and one that side. So the stem's like that. Find the oasis and make sure it's nicely in or it won't get a water source. With the pale blue and blue hydrangeas, I don't know why, but they can actually last weeks. Like, they're so good. They're so sustainable. I just love them. So you don't have to worry about them wilting when they're going into a bouquet. I don't mean just have them in the shop for a week. I do recommend only having flowers in your shop for 2 days. So then with the linear delphiniums, cut them to about there, so we know that it's going to be the same length as our longest point of the spray. I'm going to move it down a bit so it doesn't break, and then just put that in like that, and then the same on the other side. I hope you can still see this well. I just don't want the flowers to break that side. Okay, then I'm going to put one here at the side and another one at the side. And when you're doing this, please do keep in mind that you have to see the flowers at every single angle. So don't just put, say for a rose, if you cut it down, don't just like shove it in there so you can't see it. It needs to come out, but I'll show you as I go along. Okay, then we will use our snapdragon. Put one here. And whatever we're doing this side, we need to do the other side. And then exactly the same on the other side. For some reason I've got 5 stems out. That one is not going in there. And then we just need to add our roses. So I like to put a rose into the centre there. Then we're going to zigzag so you can see the roses if you're looking at it this way or this way. So one towards me, and then lower down, one towards that side, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So that one's there, so we need to go diagonal, so that one sits nicely there, and then this one sort of facing me or to the middle more. And as you can see, that goes in a zigzag, which is what we want. Now, if we can see any of the gaps, we have got 5 roses left. So I'm going to put one here, one here, and then do exactly the same on the other side. So one there, and then one the other side also. Then we've got one left, so where do you think we should put this? I think I can see, have a look. I'm going to put it here. There we go. And then that's our coffin spray, £60 worth of sundries and flowers and foliage. And here she is, all in her glory, a 360 view. There we go, stunning. I'm happy with that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video was super duper helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so we can make more videos just like this one, more tutorials and more floral magic, and we'll see you in the next one.